I was blamed for killing him, which is kind of rude. Welcome back to another Stalker Gamma video. This will be the last one, at least for a while, as this is the final objective to the final quest we have to do. So if you have any ideas for what I should make videos on next, whether it be the original Stalker trilogy or something completely different, you can let me know by leaving a comment down below. Anyways, the last we had left off, we had just gotten back to Major Hernandez with all the intel, and he has told us that there's one final piece to this puzzle that we need to gather, that being S.T.A.L.K.E.R. And considering we're right underneath the city he's holed up in, he's not too far away. But before I can go fighting an entire army by myself, I think it's time for a bit of an upgrade. The MX-9 isn't cutting it. It's, it's 9mm. Pretty sure a small child could do more damage with their bare hands than a 9mm could to any of these creatures. That being said, before we can do anything, we need to go out and try to upgrade the arsenal a little bit. We're lacking, and we can't have that unless we want to die, and I don't want to do that. I've come all this way. I don't really want to fail now. Hello.
Take this, you motherfuckers!
After a bit of hunting, I was able to finally find a weapon that I hadn't used before and was more proficient than the MX-9, which isn't hard to do, a VSS. I ran into some more fanatics that were having a bit of a shootout with some local bandits, and I was fortunate enough to find one with an AN-94. I don't really care about the AN as much as I care about the scope that was on it. The scope is compatible with my VSS, though it is night vision. It will have to do. It's better than running around with irons, and fortunately that night vision comes in handy because we're doing a bit of fighting in the night. But before I can do that, I need to repair the VSS, and start getting to work on getting it repaired. Part of which I just paid for by going to our specialist. He was able to clean it up pretty well, but I still need a few replacement parts if I want it to run. So I head to the Dead City, buy a trigger, and that'll have to do for now. After making my way over to where S.T.A.L.K.E.R was being chased down and surrounded, I started picking off military goons left and right.
Damn it, I think they're still breathing.
Even killing the commander, a man I recently called an ally, but now I have to kill him. After that, I was able to go up to S.T.A.L.K.E.R and try to reason with him to help us instead of the Ukrainian government, in which he had an appropriate response, which is rescued from one government while being hunted by another. And of course, he's not too thrilled about it. I tell him that I don't want to kill him. I don't want any more deaths. I want to assure his safety and learn what he knows, considering he knows more than anybody else about the zone and about what the Ukrainian government has been doing behind closed doors. He's our best chance at this. Of course, he doesn't trust me. Again, why would he? I told him that we can be the ones to finally stop the Ukrainian government from hunting him and constantly harassing him and his colleagues. He says that does sound good, but he also doesn't want us doing the same thing the Ukrainian government's been doing. Again, another solid point from the legend. He also would rather do this someplace a little more dangerous, so that way people aren't keen to following us and trying to stop me or him from giving or receiving intel that could change everything. And I ask him, where does he want to do this? And he picks the Red Forest. Probably as good a place as any, considering there are several fanatics that tend to roam around there. Giant mutants, you know, just horrible things. So if there's any place to go where people aren't going to follow us, it would be there. So I say deal. Like always, Pripyat's a fairly dangerous place. As we head towards the Red Forest, we run into multiple packs of mutant dogs.
Got this motherfucker! Just die already!
And a few zombies. We're able to dispatch them with ease. Well, kind of. We then find ourselves getting closer to the border to main Pripyat, which is where we need to go next. But before we can pass the border, we have to clear out some monolith sentries. Now that we've cut down security at the border, we can travel across Pripyat and Jupiter to get to the Red Forest. Inside Pripyat, we'll be facing the same dangers we faced outside of Pripyat. Now, unfortunately, at some point, he was rushed and killed by Monolith before I could save him, so I took his thumb drive and went back. I was blamed for killing him, which is kind of rude, okay? I didn't kill him. The Monolith did. I didn't do that, except that there's no way I can prove it, but trust me, it wasn't me, bro. But there's still a chance for a different ending, so I retry, and this time try as hard as I can to make sure, you know, old Straylock doesn't die this time around. And after sneaking around and repositioning to a better location and killing more of those monolith guards, we are able to slip into Jupiter. From there is just a straight on walk. We just head right through. There wasn't really any problems. Pretty peaceful little walk. And finally, we are able to get to the Red Forest. This time, instead of picking it up off of his body, he just hands me the thumb drive and tells me what's on it. I told him that I would return to my commander and asked what he was going to do. He basically says he's got some old friends to bury and or visit, and he gets all sentimental and yeah, calm down, buddy. You're a legend. Stop being this way, okay? Let's just settle down. I say my final goodbye to the legend, and it's pretty much the same from there, except for the part where I entered from a different location in the Jupiter Underground, and a bunch of lurkers were waiting for me.
Oh, fuck.
Most of them killed themselves. Run into the dew. But other than that, the conversation pretty much goes the same, except I wasn't blamed for killing. But in either case, that is pretty much the end of the main storylines that are involved with S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly. If you enjoyed this playthrough as much as I did and want to support the channel further, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this with a friend that may enjoy. And remember, like I said, if you have any suggestions for what I should make videos on next, leave it down in the comments below. Like I said, whether you want me to play the original trilogy or an entire new game, whatever it may be, just let me know down there. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.